All right, Libra, welcome in. You're first up for October. Let's see where we go. Your reading for October. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Lots of Venus energy going on. And you are so happy that Venus is now in your natal sign of Libra. So, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Just feels good. I bet it feels really good to you. All right, 3, 2, 1, jump. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. It's a little bit of interesting ego. Wow, look at, there's a 1 card and then an 11 card. Pay more attention to synchronicities right now. I'm just getting that message for some of you. You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? Okay, so this is like a wakey kind of thing. 3 and 7, this is a 37 card. Goes to 10, goes to 1, right? Add 3 and 7 together, it's 10. 1 and 0 together, it's 1. 1, 11, 1. So we have a lot of alliteration when it comes to the single digit here. All right, so Libra might be opening up to something bigger, something new, something more spiritually connected right now. For October, let's see, a new path that is more spiritually connected. You might feel a lot less lost this month, right? There we go. Underneath is the Death card, Scorpio energy, transformational energy here for you. Woo, beautiful. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. A little hesitation at the end here, but that's kind of small potatoes. I'm not worried about that. Some of you really are moving away from I'm going to say this, don't get mad, rut. Moving away from a rut. Moving away from something that wasn't growing. Could be your work, could be your money, could be in a relationship, something like that, where you might have been doing everything on your own and you're now moving away from that. I do feel there'll be more people involved in whatever this is. It's a brand new venture, a new day coming. And, I do feel like there's a little bit of hesitation about making the jump, because what if I lose if I do it? So you're showing up as this King of Pentacles energy, like you used to feel more stable, or you're wanting to feel more stable. No, you used to feel more stable, or you used to be very awed by people who have created stability in their life and have really wanted to do that, have really been seeking that, and thinking that money is the same as being safe or something like that. If I have money, then I'm safe. And I feel like some of you have recognized that that is not true. It's not that wasn't the lesson. So moving away from that, moving away from the idea that, well, if I have money, I'll always be safe. And I don't even know where that's coming from. I'm just hearing that. It's basically a lie that you've told yourself, that I would be happy if I had $1 million or something like that. That was the belief. And you might get a chance to have that $1 million and see that it becomes a burden, or that you have to make, having that kind of money means you have responsibility to pay a lot of taxes. You have a responsibility to be taken care of. Money requires that you take care of it. And if you don't, if it's wasted, then there can be a weird energy around your money. Like if you take it for granted or something like that. This is requiring you to recognize also that if you're just serving the energy of money and not, so let me see if I can get this for you. Money is the result of connected work that is connected to your high self, work that is connected to what you're here to do. Money is just the result of that. That's not the goal. So when people say, well, what are your 5-year goals? Well, I want to make $1 million. That's not really the best way to manifest financial abundance. Besides, you want flow. You want money or abundance in any kind to flow. Because if it comes in and just sits, or if it comes in and there's this sense of like grasping or holding on to it, it will disappear, right? It's like Mercury, a little bit like Mercury. So I think some of you might be learning that lesson, or if some of you really valuing money over everything else, or valuing that as the reason to do a thing. I think the lesson here is it's not the reason to do a thing. And you might be moving away from the sense that your self-esteem all comes from how much money you have in the bank, or your or how many subscribers you have on YouTube, right? Your ego could be involved here. And that's why each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. This is about literally giving up your ego. And I don't mean ego in terms of, oh God, so big an ego. That's not what I'm saying. Your ego is the sense that you are special. And so that can cause a lot, especially if you've ever read anything, in Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths. If you've been ever working with that information, then what you can understand about that is, if you think that money makes people special, I think that's being upended. So it might not even be you with money. It might be like, oh, well, you think people who are successful, have a ton of money, are somehow super special. They're not. They're not. They're in alignment with what they're here to do. Okay. And that in terms of their journey, in terms of their situation, that can manifest as a lot of money. Some of you are on the cusp of learning this, that your self-esteem or your worth and value are the thing that attracts the money. It doesn't make you more worthy and valuable because the money is here. It's that, oh, look at you, you're valuable and you have a lot of worth, so money goes toward it. Okay. And if you feel unworthy, you feel like, I'm wearing my I am worthy pendant. It's a pentacle, right? It does make me feel a little bit like this is what they mean when we're talking about manifesting, to see your worth and value and really align with that. And that's what brings flow of abundance into your life, not the other way around. I also think some of you may have been through this lesson and have burned yourself out by just seeking money. And you're recognizing that it's much more important to have a flow, to have an ongoing relationship with abundance. And I feel like that brings in all kinds of new opportunities, brings in love, it brings in an abundance of all kinds. And you're getting what you want. You're getting exactly what you want. Some of you, the lesson is be careful for what you ask, because there can be a sense of a fleeting nature, that it might feel a little fleeting to you. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to use my mermaid deck here and clarify, because there's a choice here. And I do feel like some of you are moving towards this Ace of Cups, really beautiful new beginning. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Definitely stagnation. Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, loss. Yeah, loss, Chariot, and the Moon, right? There's a fear of loss here. So some of you might be expecting a lot of money to come in and it didn't happen. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. And some of you might be feeling that loss of money, or a loss of self-worth and value, because that money didn't come in, or because that payday didn't show up. And so having that feeling, I feel like some of you might be losing a thing, but gaining the opportunity to do something better. Okay. Yeah. All right. Seven of Swords here. So losing something and gaining something at the same time. You have walked away from, or you are moving away from this idea of, I'm doing this for the money, instead going toward the energy of fulfillment. So some of you are afraid of losing money, or afraid that the balance of this is going to make it so that you feel like you have lost. You may have an expectation of loss, and the expectation of loss brings in loss. But it's really about going toward the thing that makes your heart sing. This is that story about teaching a man to fish instead of. So I prefer, and this is, might be your lesson right now. I prefer to be somebody who can fish rather than winning the lottery. And the reason is that if I can fish, then it's replicatable. Then if something happens and the money goes away or whatever, you can just do something else. You have confidence in yourself that you can just, okay, so like that's over. It's time to move on to something else. I'm going to do something different. Woohoo, this is cool and this is fun too. So there's an opportunity to move away from something that's tried and true. There's a fear about losing money. But here's the thing. If you learn how to fish, you'll never be afraid of moving from one cycle to the next. If you know, because that's like, hey, I know I can do it. I've done it before. All right, cool. Bring it. There's a new path here, Libra. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see where we go with this. There's a new path here coming along, and I like the Chariot here. I like the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. The Moon card says that it's still kind of hidden from you. You still may not know what the new thing is. All right, so let's keep going. This is October for Libra. Link is below. See you over there. All right, Scorpio, it's you, my darlings. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio in October. It's almost your birthday, which is really super nice. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio for October. Scorpio for October, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross-watcher. This reading can be about anything, love, money, anything. The Libra reading was all about work and money and things like that. So let's see where we go here. Trust and act accordingly. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. I like it. I like it. A galactic grandmother. There's some ancestors trying to get your attention right now. I think some of you might be needing to trust unseen forces a little bit more, and you're Scorpio, so you should be able to do that. Trust is not necessarily one of the strong suits of Scorpio, but I think in terms of things that are unseen, Scorpio has an inherent belief that those are important forces. So let's see where we go here for Scorpio. Underneath is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups. Wow. Tower, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Five of Swords, Knight of Cups, Six of Swords. I feel like you have a new partnership, maybe a new love or a new relationship that is bringing you to the next phase of your life. You literally have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups here. These are the two moving on cards. So some of you are moving on from a dreadful situation that has run its course. All right. The Tower is here, and some of you had something, it has run its course. Something has been very stable, and it's at an end. All right. And I feel like you have exhausted all of the options. It's just time to move on. All right. You got to leave this behind. And you now see that. So you're showing up as the King of Swords. You're seeing it. It's like, well, the clarity is coming through pretty loudly. And I'm not going to be able to stick around anymore where I was. It's time to move. Some of you could literally be moving. There's a new offer coming in that this Knight of Cups coming in here too. There's a new offer coming in that feels really positive and good. And I think what it shows you is just how limiting, even though this is 10 of Pentacles and everything like that, it was very limiting because there were other forces, unseen forces that were limiting you, that were limiting growth. Okay. And I feel like you're really seeing this now. Like this is just like a aha moment of, all right, I see it. I get it. There can be some kind of financial consideration, which is why you stuck it out, why you stuck around. But 5 of Swords. 7 of Wands, 8 of Swords, the Emperor, and the Magician, right? So because of your mindset, it was a little bit too controlling, trying to control everything. And now, or you could be dealing with someone who was really trying to control everything. And that's the energy to move away from. Whoever you were dealing with who was cold and kind of a little bit bossy, but more manipulative. Okay, there's manipulation here. You might not have seen everything that they were doing as manipulative, because sometimes we have this mindset of what that looks like. And we think manipulation is someone trying to get us to do something that we wouldn't normally do. But it can take on a bunch of different costumes. Okay, it can be a very aggressive kind of controlling, or a very passive aggressive kind of controlling. It can be an absence of something that you feel like you have to step into, right? So this is kind of a dumb example, but like, you've got a project due tomorrow. You're going to present to everyone in your team tomorrow, you and this other person, and they disappear. Okay, so the night before it's due, there's still a lot of work to be done. Not answering their phone, not showing, nothing. And you are somebody super responsible. So you're like, oh my God, we've got it. All right, I'll take it on all myself. So this could be a bigger situation where this has been going on for months, even years, where you were dealing with a partner, a life partner, or a business partner, or another person who was secretly, or in some way that you may not have recognized, was really manipulative to you, whether through action or through passivity. And now you see it. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay, I got to move on from this. There's other opportunities that are opening up for me. You can't drag this person with you or make it okay for them or anything. I think it's time to move on from them and let the chips fall where they may. I do feel like the Galactic Grandmother is saying to you, hey, don't stick around to see that person fall apart or see that person be awful. Just kind of move on from it. So little advice from the Galactic Grandmother. Death. There you are. There's your Scorpio energy. 7 of Cups. No more confusion. 3 of Swords. This is not okay. Good. So the Galactic Grandmother is trying to get you to higher ground. Okay, trying to get you away from a situation that was only going to cause heartache, that was only going to be confusing to you. And so the Galactic Grandmother is definitely pushing you, all right, pushing you to higher ground. I like that a lot. And I love the 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords here. Please clarify the Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of financial opportunities here. I feel like there's a new person that you could do something really fun and exciting and something that suits you, something that feels good to you, right? And you're investing in that because you see this happening. If this is a relationship, you see that this person is not pulling their weight, okay? And there is a person on the path here who wants what you want. They want what you want. So you're in alignment with this person. I like it. All right, we're going to continue on. I do see Aries and Gemini. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Gemini or an Aquarius. Okay, so we'll take a look. Link is below. Scorpio, if you want to continue on, I'll see you over there. All right, Saggy, what's going on for you for October? Let's see what's going on. I have a very distinct sense that the end of this year is going to be better than than the earlier 9 months. October, November, December, have a really good feeling about. So let's see where we go for October. Let's see where we go for October for Saggies. Let's see. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Been getting the Magician card a lot, and it's about, I feel like some of us need to learn how to manifest more effectively. I feel like some of us are not manifesting as strongly as we could be. Memento mori, there may not be a someday. Right now, strike while the moment is hot. You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? So the fact that you're here watching a tarot reading, the fact that you're here doing that is like a wake-up call, okay, to learn how to manifest better, to learn how to seize the day, take the moment. And I feel like there's something really good coming in that might humble you. It might humble you. You might feel a little bit like you've been pushing on things for a long time, and all of a sudden, bam, there it is. And how you've been manifesting is through force, not through power, not through allowing, balancing the masculine and feminine. You haven't been doing that. You've been like trying to force things, okay? And for some reason, I feel like you just kind of let go, and then bam, here it is. All right. Two of Cups, right? Conversation. I've been getting a lot of that. Two of Cups and the Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, Eight of Cups. Been getting that Eight of Cups a lot too. We're moving on to the next level. Look at this. King and Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, my goodness, and the Moon. All right, so there's definitely some illusion here. I think you see it clearly for what it is. I almost feel like someone you're dealing with doesn't see things clearly. King and Queen of Cups, all right, that does feel a little bit like a very strong, loving connection. So you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, and the situation is the Six of Wands. So I feel like you finally come, or you're going to finally come into possession of your heart's desire. You're going to finally embrace all the work you've been doing, and it's going to finally pay off. And essentially, you might be, it's almost like this is like tying it up in a bow, like a little closure to something, and then we're moving on. We're moving to the next challenge. We're moving to the next situation. And if you do have someone coming in who's a King of Cups, it's possible that they have been in their lifetime manipulated by other people. They have been through the wars. This person has really been through the wars. And Two of Swords, they don't want to talk about that. All right. They don't want to have that conversation. And I almost feel like what's happening here is you're really giving them a sense of anchoring. Okay. You're helping them anchor themselves. You could also be with this person coming into quite a lot of money. There could be an inheritance, or there could be some kind of joint business. I almost feel like this King of Cups might have, I don't know, stolen an idea from somebody else. Something like that. That's just for one or two of you. This King of Cups, there's a little bit of sly energy here. And the Two of Swords is like, I'm going to focus on what I want to do. I'm going to do the thing that I'm going to create. I want to create something for myself. And I feel like you have the power here and show them the way in terms of creating something for yourself that's really long lasting. All right. You could throw in with this person King of Cups. You could, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And let me clarify what the Five of Swords is, because that's bothering me here. Because we have the moon here. There's so much delusion. So much delusion. Five of Swords. Please clarify the Five of Swords. Wow, moon, or High Priestess. This is about getting the answers from inside. What is the Two of Swords about? I'll put these out and then I'll tell you the story. Queen of Wands. Look at all these this queen energy. What is the moon about? Three of Swords. Okay. All right. So I feel like you, as the Queen of Cups, are going in a positive direction for love. It's possible that you have somebody in your life who might be a little bit delusional or might be a little bit of a of someone who keeps secrets. This person shows up in your life wanting to woo you, wanting to bring you in, wanting to, you know, embrace you. There could be real commitment. This person might show up as, you know, really wanting to be committed, but I do think that there is a real need to use your intuition here very strongly. This person doesn't show their feelings or their beliefs. They could be very manipulative. It's really important that you see things as they are. King of Pentacles is really about the 3D life. It's about what exists in our life, what exists for us in terms of our time and our abundance. And I feel like you're seeing that, but I feel like this person is trying to get you to see something else, trying to make you feel like you're not the reason for the success, that they are the reason for the success. For some of you, this person is coming out of the mist. They have had drama with a past person. And so it's a little bit like, not Stockholm Syndrome, but it's a little bit like they've been shaped by the lies of other people. And so they're not seeing themselves as clearly as you do. You see them as much more capable than they see themselves as. They may be somebody who is actively trying to keep things out, right? Two of Swords. There's been a lot of pain with this person. They've had a lot of pain, okay, in their life. And I almost feel like you're showing them the way. You show them the way forward. You're the one who can inspire them. You're the one that can bring them into the next level. But there's something here, this Three of Swords and the moon. The moon is about a fear of getting hurt. So that can kind of stop you from really going forward. There can be some kind of stopped energy here. I do feel like you're creating something really stable and good with this person, but so much mess, so many, how do I say this? So many ideas have been twisted around in this person's brain. They really have to get grounded again. They have to get back to that place of knowing from the universe, okay? If this is you, if you're having this situation where on the surface, it's like, hey, you're moving forward, but in the middle of the night, you're still having anxiety, a lot of fear, and you're not telling anybody about it. You're really keeping it to yourself, not talking, no talkie. There's a great opportunity that's coming in, and you may have a ton of fear around it, but I don't think you're saying much about that. I really don't. I think you're holding that back, holding that into yourself. Why is that happening? What is the cloud here? Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. It's like you know how much work it takes to be in relationship. You know how much, and especially if you've had past relationships that are toxic or that are abusive or something like that, you may feel, in the face of love, you may feel terrified. You may feel like your warning system is off. Okay, your warning system is off. But what's happening here is a real shift, because you're finally recognizing that these are remnants of past relationships. You're recognizing that your warning system is not well calibrated because of all the stuff that's gone on before. So I like what's going on here. I feel like you're really cultivating this new love relationship or this new situation, this new partnership. And because this person has had difficulties in the past, I feel like your alarm system goes off as if it's them trying to do that to you. But you're just really intuiting what's been going on for them. Okay. I do see a really beautiful path forward. I do see that there is some rebalancing and reshifting in terms of what love is. Love is not pain. Okay. Love as an energy is joy and expansion. It is not about hurt or betrayal or anything like that. And I think there's a recalibration of what love is, because I feel like this is an opportunity that you could let pass you by. But I feel like because we are having this experience, there may not be a someday. I think it's time to look at how we are thinking about this situation instead of worrying that the other person has ulterior motives or negative motives, because I think it's us projecting on them. I think Sagittarius has been through so many challenging situations where they have done the hard work and it still hasn't worked out. That number one, you might be like, okay, I'm out, I'm not doing this. Or number two, you attribute it, you project it into that other person's experience, that they're the ones trying to manipulate you. Okay, so this is like a funhouse mirror that's going on. So I'm going to go deeper into this. I do feel like this person could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, I'm feeling that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. These cards down here, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, I don't really, I feel like this is the answer to it. It's to see the reality of the situation and not kowtow to the fear. So I'm going to look at Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I might ask more about what this King of Pentacles is, if it's a way of really sort of evening out your experience of love, which is what I think it is. Okay, Sag, link is below for you. I'll see you over there. Hey, Cappies, it's October. Welcome in. Let's see what's going on for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. So what is going on for Capricorn this month? What is happening for you guys? What is going on for you? I believe Saturn's going direct. So that's your ruler. Wandering path. Hi, Charlie. Surrendering to the journey. Distant thunder. Clear the air. So it feels like there's a lot of things going on around you that maybe you feel like you can't control, or just having to be like, let things happen. All right. And that might be a little bit disconcerting, or might feel a little bit like, I'm not sure if this is good or not. I know something's going to get out of hand here. Something is going to get out of hand here. So let's see where we go with the reading. And it's not because you're not controlling things. It's more or less like something needs to breathe. Something needs to shift. And the only way for that to happen is for everybody to just release and let it happen. So that could be within a relationship. It could be within a family. Could be within a business. There's some tension that needs to be, like a spring, needs to be let go. Underneath is the Hierophant. So there's Taurus energy. Hierophant. I love it. Oh, wow. Tower. I love the Hierophant in this deck. This is the mermaid deck, or one of the mermaid decks. And doesn't she look like she's working on the Akashic Records? Like, that's what I think. And the Taurus energy of diligence and keeping track of things. First card out is Tower. Okay, so let us hold hands and Be glad. I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's releasing tension. And that's what's got to happen. Oh, look at that. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles. Amen to that. Queen of Pentacles. I like this. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, right in the middle. 9 of Wands, Chariot, Queen of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. So things do feel like they're moving forward. Excuse me. I feel like you have, you've done all you can. All right. So whatever this thing is that needs to breathe, needs to be heard, needs to be said, whatever that is, it's going to be said. Something is going to be said this month. And I think this person needs to say it. I do. Queen of Pentacles here. So there could be a person in your life who has had it. Okay. The 9 of Wands. Like we've come to the end of a cycle here. The Queen of Pentacles is really wanting to speak her truth. And I almost feel like you here, well, you could be the Queen of Pentacles too. So feel free to swap the energies. But Tower and Wheel of Fortune, this is inevitable. Inevitable. 10 of Pentacles. So that to me, I mean, 10 of Pentacles in this instance feels like closure, like the end of, it's almost like the end, not the end of a family, but like the end of the time that we're spending together under one roof. Someone's going to college. Someone is getting married, something like that. It's like needs to be recorded. It's the history books of the family. Something needs to be written down and remembered. All right. I'm going to clarify the Tower for you. Page of Wands, Fool, Justice, 9 of Swords. Yeah, this is all in your head, or this is all a thinking exercise. This is all something that is believed. It's an idea. It's something that needs to get blown up. And, I almost feel a little bit like someone's going toward law school. Oh my God. The Fool and the Justice. Someone's being inspired to seek legal satisfaction. I feel like some of you might be finishing with a divorce after a long time of it being just part of their everyday life that you're trudging through. Honestly, I feel like there's a new day here. The Ace of Swords in the middle. The Chariot and the Queen of Cups. The Cancerian energy here of moving on, moving out. They're definitely feeling, I don't feel like a family is breaking up, but I feel like it's time for us to leave the nest. It's time for someone to go and do their own thing. And it's time for someone maybe going to law school. And now it's okay for you to take care of yourself. If these are your kids leaving the nest, now it's fine to be good to yourself, to take care of yourself. And I feel like you guys, this makes me feel like you're going to really enjoy it. The Chariot and the Queen of Cups and the 2 of Wands, traveling, doing cool stuff, surrendering to the journey, release control. Let the chicks leave the nest. So if that's not your story, there is a story here about, I'm going to do what I want to do now. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of people that you might have resisted doing your thing because of how other people might experience it, or how other people might not be all that cool with it. It's something that is aligned with who you truly are. Some of you there may be a subset of you who are coming out of the closet. There may be a subset of you who are saying, okay, the kids are gone. No more of this. No more marriage. This is the end. I'm done with this. And really going to enjoy life finally going to enjoy life, going to travel, going to do some cool stuff. Now, it does feel the moon, right? There is a little bit of fear in doing this, like setting yourself free. That's weird. Setting yourself free. 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and the Devil. There is a sense of, I'm going to put this over here. I feel like some of you, well, this makes sense to me because here's your card, Capricorn. I feel like some of you, without structure, without a daily plan, without the family, without the doing the things that we've always done, or without the marriage, without that, I feel like some of you feel like you're going to fall apart. And I can understand that because this has been a structure that you have been living in for such a long time. And now it's just a new day. But I almost feel like some of you are afraid to let yourself be happy, afraid to walk down a new path. And so there can be some of you who kind of try to escape that, and maybe in not such a healthy way. Okay. Some of you may drink a lot. Some of you may, I don't know, go out carousing, go out and do stuff that you might not ordinarily do. It does feel to me a little bit like there is an opportunity to move forward with love. Like, finally, I'm going to end this situation and go toward the person I love. Like I said, some of you could be coming out of the closet for many, many reasons. It's almost like there's 2 queens here. So this could be a same-sex situation, but it also could just be, hey, I just want to be myself. And the family doesn't get me. And, I'm the black sheep and all of that kind of stuff. Hey, right here, reading tarot on YouTube, right? Come on. So there is such joy in expressing yourself now as who you are. The Fool showing up here, and like a brand new day, being inspired. The Justice card as balancing and feeling carefree, feeling able to do this. No more of these sleepless nights, no more of this worry. Some of you may have reached some kind of milestone. These are all milestones I'm talking about. Kids leaving the house. Some of you could, I don't get the sense, it doesn't feel to me like it's more traditional. It feels like it's non-traditional. Like you've done the traditional thing, right? We have Saturn square Uranus happening in October again. It's been like, they've been coming in and out of square for about 1.5 years now, and maybe a little longer. And every time Saturn, tradition, your ruler, comes in contact with Uranus, which is the kicking at the traces, this innovator, this somebody who says, I don't believe in those kinds of structures. There's going to be, and the Tower is here, there's going to be a moment in time when it's like, I got to be me. I got to walk away from a situation that has completed for me. And now I can truly be myself. There is an element of fear here. It's likely that if you do this, if you step into your truth, there may be some unintended consequences. But honestly, I feel like this is something that you've been waiting for a long time. If this isn't you, this is somebody who's very dear to you. This is somebody who it'll be exciting to watch. It could be, one of your kids having some really big success. But it feels more to me like it's you. It's you either daring to dream, daring to go outside of the boundary lines that you have set for yourself, or somebody is in your life that is going to be supportive of that. Not everybody will be, though. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to look at Pisces and Cancer. Pisces and Cancer, Sag is here. Libra is here. Taurus is here, right? So let's take a look at that. If you're dealing with any of those signs, I'll pull some cards around that. But this is like a brand new day. This is breaking free of a long traditional kind of experience and really stepping into who you are. It's really beautiful. So let's see where it goes. Let's see what comes up. Link is below if you want to continue on. Capricorn, I'll see you over there. All right, Aquarius, you are on board. Let's see what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Aquarius. Come on, Charlie, you want to come down? I don't have any treats in my pockets, I swear. You've eaten them all. There we go. All right. Let's see where we go. Aquarians, feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, so let's see where we go. He's an Aries, so he's not an Aquarius. I don't know why he's hanging around. Say yes to your open door. I like it. I like it a lot. Say yes to your open door. To be enlightened, lighten up. 3, 2, 1, jump. All right. So there's a new opportunity coming in. Very light and fun and joyful. And you may have felt, excuse me, you may have felt in the past that things were a little stuck. All right. And so something radical had to be done to change the game. And that can be anything. That can be, deciding to take a trip very suddenly. It can be quitting a job very suddenly. It can be about moving or allowing something that maybe you have stopped yourself from allowing in the past. And whatever it is, it's super light and fun. This is a new opportunity coming in. This could be a new person. It could be it just feels fresh to me. So let's see thank God, Aquarius. All right, let's see where we go. I am a progressed Aquarius sun, secondary progression chart, and I'm also an Aquarius Venus. So I've got a lot of my planets in the Aquarius space. Oh, and there's Aries. What did I just say about Charlie? Yeah, Charlie's an Aries. All right, so Emperor underneath. There can be a feeling of either losing control or wanting to have more control. Sorry about that. When the dog friend of your dog comes around, there is no stopping. All right, there's no stopping him. So, all right, so let's get back to this. So Aries here underneath can be about a need to control or feeling controlled or feeling out of control. It can be a lot of things, but that Emperor energy is really, I'm going to say, pretty heavy. Although, here's what I want to say to you now. We have Mars going into retrograde at the end of October. In October, or in leading up to October, getting into October, this is an October reading. So your sense of control can be a little bit wonky. It can feel like I have to release control in order to get to the place I'm going to. And that is likely very true. It's not made up in your head. You might have to really just release the need to schedule everything or release the need to be in charge of everything. There's a lot of looking back at how it used to be. And that really does need to go too. You can't be looking back at how it used to be. So the Hierophant and the Hermit. Wow, beautiful spiritual energy here. I like the Hierophant in this case. She is working on the Akashic record and he is an octopus. So there's just a lot here. Symbology, in terms of symbology or symbolism, let's say. And I just feel like this is about get busy living or get busy dying kind of a thing. It's time to really break out the books, learn something new. It's time to go to a wise leader or become a wise leader, stepping more into your wisdom. I think this has to do with, there's been no energy for such a long time. I'm feeling like you might be almost at your wit's end. But what's coming in is a real inspiration, a kind of excitement about this next chapter. I like that a lot. Excitement about the next chapter. 8 of Pentacles. All right, so a lot of interruptions, and that doesn't normally happen. So that's probably part of the reading. Just saying. You might have that experience of feeling like, okay, stop and start. And that might be why the Emperor is showing up here in terms of not really in control of a situation in terms of how the physical representation. But look, when you step into this spiritual realm, the Hierophant and the Hermit, wow. I mean, that's some pretty high level spiritual connection. You may be connecting with some very high level spiritual teachers. Okay, either in the 3D, either in life, in your regular life, or as, connecting to a spirit group or connecting to the archangels or something like that, that's like beyond what you would normally be able to do. I feel like you might not have been grounded enough, or you might have been too controlling. Sorry, I've been dancing around this, so I'm just going to say it. You might have been too controlling about things. Please try not to be insulted by that. But, just because you're like, hey, I know where I'm going. I know what I want to do. And the spiritual world, it doesn't work like that. So this is a little bit of throwing that back. All right. We're not going to be doing that anymore. We're not going to be so focused on controlling things. I get the 8 of Pentacles here, the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Wands. Oh, this is really such a beautiful deck. Page of Cups, the Chariot, Ace of Wands. Lots of inspiration here. And I am getting this definite message of, if you're feeling a little bit like you're not sure what comes next or anything like that, it might be really good to do some fun things to lighten up, because this door is coming. All right. There's a new opportunity coming. And some of you might just step much deeper into your spiritual path. Okay. I like that I'm seeing here the Knight of Swords right in the middle. It's like, okay, it's not about the physical. It's not about 8 of Pentacles. It's not about pounding it out. It's not about doing that in any way, shape, or form. The Knight of Swords says, no, you know what? We're doing this in a new way. A new idea is coming through, and it's going to be much more focused on our connection to spirit rather than what's going on in our life, which may look not that good. Okay. There might be some problems right now, and the life might not look so good, but it's trying. Spirit is trying to get your attention here. And also, see, this is the Ace of Wands right in this deck. Okay. This is a mermaid deck. This is the Ace of Wands, but you see with the 9 of Wands, how he is kind of cultivating, right? He's cultivating all of these ideas or all of these new fiery, inspirational kind of connections to people. He really is cultivating this. Like, we're no longer going to just gather wood, and we're no longer just going to be like sitting around at night, drinking beer, watching, I don't know. I heard Masterpiece Theater, which is hilarious because that's not what's going on here. Masterpiece Theater. What are you talking about? So no longer are we going to be in this place of like, I don't know what to do next. There's like a boredom to that. There's a kind of an everyday kind of, one of my least favorite things on this earth is whenever I used to work in corporate life, the people who would come in and say, oh, it's another Monday. It's hump day. Hey, it's Friday. Like, that always made me feel like you're wishing your life away. You're not really engaged in it. You're just like marking time. Like if you're in jail or you're locked up somewhere and you got to mark time to remember what day it is. And I'm like, that's what this guy's doing. This guy is bored. Okay. So if you're bored, what I think is being asked of us here is to find something to get excited about or ask that to come in. And you may have like come to the end of a cycle here where you just, it's not exciting to you. You need to level up. You need to give yourself another creative challenge. And it's going to come through your spiritual connection. So some of you might be interested in meditation or prayer or journaling or something along those lines. I can see journaling as a big, yes, I'm getting a lot of hits on a lot of feeling of excitement around what do the ancestors have to say to me? What is my spiritual path now? And really getting into that, really, instead of just waiting And the interesting part of that is I feel like then the doors start to open up. The doors are starting to open. You have enough, all of the projects or all of the Nine of Wands, you have everything you need in this old world to set a fire, to set fire to the new world, to bring in this new inspiration. And I do feel like it comes in a little way that is whimsical, right? Because we're talking about lighten up and everything like that. I'm saying, I want you to go and have a little fun. What's fun for you? And that is the thing that's going to bring you forward, the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. So if you're kind of suffering from feeling like you're not sure what to do next, or you're, dealing with someone who's controlling, some of you could be dealing with a partner who is a narcissist or has some kind of narcissistic need to control, or there's maybe not even a narcissistic need to control. Maybe it's just about partnering up with someone who is trying to assert control. And I just feel like Aquarius might need to break free of that right now and get a little bit excited about things. Get some juices flowing. Because down here, if you look at where we're coming from, Four of Cups, and we're moving into this beautiful energy of fire and Chariot and all of that. And that is where we want to go. And I feel like that's happening rather quickly, because the Knight of Swords in the timing space is a very fast moving card. So this is happening quickly. In the extended, I will look, you might have someone coming in who's an Aries, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Cancerian here. Cancer is coming up. All right, so let's keep going. I am going to put the link below if you want to continue with me. Before we do that, hang on one second. I want to clarify the Nine of Wands. King of Wands. Five of Swords. Wow, look at that. I've never seen that card before in this deck. The Magician and the Three of Pentacles. There's something here. Okay, thank you for pushing me to do this. I feel like there's something here about a lack of trust. Either someone has lost trust in you, or you have lost trust in your path. And both of those things could be true. There's definitely something here as it relates to other people and can I trust them? I've been burned, okay, by people. I've been burned by going down directions. And I just feel like if this is you, if the Emperor and the King of Wands is you, it's sort of like, well, I don't want to put too much more effort into something if it's not going to work. And so I don't think you can put the same amount of or same kind of effort in. I think the new effort needs to be fun. So if you're having trouble with a relationship, instead of being super serious, I think it's about lightening up. If you're having trouble with your work, I think it's about finding the fun, finding the joy again, finding that peace, because then you'll be able to manifest. And I think there's also some really good partnerships coming in, some really good, fun, lighthearted energy. That's Gemini energy. That's Mercury, the Magician here. And that does make me feel a little bit like pretty quickly in October, I feel like you're going to let go of the belief that you have to do this on your own, or that the relationship that you're in either has to end, or, it's some kind of big serious conversation. I really feel like it's much, and 3, 2, 1 jump is the Fool. So it's time to lighten up and be excited. This is like the wonder. See the goldfish jumping out of the Ace of Cups, and look at his face. Is like, that's what we want to see. Something lighthearted and fun. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm going to continue on with this reading. I will look at Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, and Aries. I do see Gemini here, so I'll look at that as well. Okay, so if you're wondering, lighten up. Do something fun. Do something joyful. And let's see where we go. All right. Link is below. If you want to continue on, I'll see you over there. All right, my darling Pisces, what's going on for you guys? Let's see what's going on for October 2022. What is happening for you? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross-watcher. So FYI, what is going on for Pisces? Let's see. Your great wave awaits. I like that. Your great wave awaits. The phoenix rises into joyful abundance. Happy days. You contain the entire universe encoded within you. So lots of good things on the way here. And it does feel to me a little bit like once they do show up, you'll realize they've been here all along. I know that's a little bit of Wizard of Oz kind of stuff, but it does feel to me a little bit like you're being activated. Okay? You are being shown that you have everything you need. You're being shown that what true abundance is. I feel like some of you, the shift might be that you're opening to channeling or shamanism, or you're opening to a new portal for yourself. You've always had it. It just needed to be activated. All right. So where are we going here? 2 of Swords underneath. Ace of Cups. 5 of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands. Magician. 9 of Wands. 4 of Cups. Death. 6 of Cups. And the King of Cups. So this does give me the feeling that if you have struggled within a relationship recently and you keep hearing these messages of love is coming, I do feel like there's a holding on of an old thing, wanting to overlap the two, wanting to have the old thing stick around long enough for the new thing to show up. And I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, so it's possible that spending too much time planning, worrying, I'm not going to say scheming, because that's not the thing I want to put out there. It's not scheming. It's just that you have been like, I want it to go a certain way. I want things to show up the way I want them to show up. I don't want them to show up in being a messy kind of experience. I want it to be clean. I want it to be, okay? So there's a lot of telling the universe of how they're going to do something for you. And I think you'll see that by releasing and letting the universe bring in love, which could be coming from the past, by allowing the universe to do it how it needs to be done, how it needs to show up. So I'll give you an example. So you may feel that, all right, there's a certain date in the future, a certain date in October that I'm shooting for, where I'm going to end this situation and a new one will start a week later because I want a week off. Right? So let's just talk about it in terms of a job or something like that, so we can just get our arms around this. I'm going to quit my job October 1st. And I know that I have 14 days of vacation bankrolled. And I want the new job to start on the 15th, let's say. Okay? And you have been spending a lot of time trying to make that happen. So you're planning for the October 1st departure. You're planning for 2 weeks of whatever, vacation. You've booked some things or whatever. And then the 15th, the new job begins. Well, here's the thing. The new job that has shown up is after October 1st, after you quit that job. The new job comes back and says, oh, I'm sorry, that contract can't start until January 1st. And that means there's some messiness, right? I feel like what's going on here is that this is about a situation or a love relationship that is going to show up in its own good time, whether you are ready or not. And there has already been a lot of resistance. Okay, there's already been a ton of resistance. So when the transformation happens, it's going to be sorry about that. Okay, so UPS guy, whatever is going on. So it's like, it's going to show up when it's going to show up. A little bit of a real world example, right? It's going to show up when it's going to show up. And I do feel like this is a good thing. I almost feel like you've been resisting something because of how it's going to go down. And it does feel to me like there's no real need to do that. I think you just need to let things roll. Okay. There can be a sense of loss. You might have someone leaving your life that maybe you haven't wanted to leave your life. But I don't think it was as good as what you're going toward. And I don't think you're going to know that until it gets here. Okay. So you've been holding on to a relationship that might have been a third party, or holding on to something that was kind of half-assed, like not really all that good. But in the absence of it, you're like, well, it's better than nothing. I don't know about that. And in the kind of blocking mode you might have been in, there have been a few missed opportunities for things to get better in other parts of your life. And that strikes me as later on, when everything starts popping, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. You'll know what I'm talking about. The resistance in one area is creating resistance in all areas. Okay. So I'm going to clarify a little bit here. I want to clarify the 9 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Please show me what's going on with this energy. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Emperor energy, and the Strength card. I like it. Okay. I think you're like bargaining. Here's more fire sign. So are you leaving behind a fire sign and going toward what you truly want? Leaving behind a relationship that was kind of built on passion. That's what I'm going to say. Even though I see Leo and Aries here, and I see Sag, it could be legitimately a fire sign, but it's almost like it was out of balance because it was solely based on passion and not really based on a mutual affection or admiration of each other. There was a whole bunch more that needed to be available. And I'm going to say there was a third party, that this was a third party. And so you kind of got breadcrumbed a little bit. Some of you who might have been breadcrumbed and didn't know there was a third party, that might be why. 5 of Cups, please. So much ignoring of the new love. 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands. We're definitely getting rid of this, okay? And this, and the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you've been getting small. I mean, breadcrumbing is a really good example. I think you've been doing way more than what you're getting back energetically. Whether it's that person's fault or whatever, I mean, it kind of almost doesn't matter. And I think you're really healing that for yourself now, that you're no longer going to be giving so much and getting so little in return. That's not going to be happening anymore. Clarify the 2 of Swords for me. 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. I think you just don't want to see that what you've been allowing is not it. I think you think this person's it, and they're not it. So we're going to take a look. The universe is trying to bring you the real deal. The universe is bringing you Chateaubriand, fresh vegetables, beautiful fruits, gorgeous wines, beautiful loving expressions of the earth. And you're okay with red vines, licorice, and a cherry Coke. Nothing wrong with those two things, except if you drink them and eat them all the time. It's probably not that healthy. All right, so let's continue on. I'll see where we go. I will look at, I'm going to look at fire signs here. I'm going to look at fire signs, and I'm also going to look at Gemini and Aquarius. I do think the new situation is more in alignment with your water energy. Just going to say that. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's see where we go. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, Aries, welcome into October. Can't believe I'm saying that. Welcome into October. Let's see what's going on for you. Come here, deck. All right. Let's see what's going on. Rather perilous on the edge of that table there. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's feel free to swap around the energy, shall we? See what shows up for you. I could be talking to a cross watcher. So if you are not an Aries and you're watching this, you might be watching it for an Aries or about an Aries. That's what a cross watcher is. But these readings are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have an Aries Venus, I even tend to think that the North Node plays a role in these readings. So we might add that in 2023. So we'll see. But for now, let's look at October of 2022. Narrow pathway. Overcoming obstacles. All right, problem solving, rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Yeah, so I'm tapping into a collective of Aries that might have had a bit of a rough go for a little while here. If this year has been challenging for you and you felt like you really couldn't make much headway, felt like you were always trying to, I'm going to say, get out ahead of things, or been just a little bit exhausted, okay, at all of the things headed your way, or things not headed your way, coming your way over the past few months. You might have felt like you were constantly dodging bullets, all right, figuratively, hopefully. Let's see. All right, the Knight of Wands underneath. Another fire sign there. The Star. Aquarius and Aries seem to come up together often recently. Chariot. There's Cancerian energy. Look at that Hanged Man card. Wow. Look at that Hanged Man card. That's definitely like a, hey, I'm trying to move forward, and there's a situation that's kind of blocking me from doing that. The Strength card. So far, you have all major arcana cards in this reading. 8 of Wands in the middle. King of Swords. 6 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And the 5 of Wands. So I feel like you have a lot of power on your side, but there does seem to be, I'm going to say this person may be an Aquarius. There may be an Aquarius who's in your life who is trying to run the show. Now, it's possible that you have a lot of really good ideas, a lot of really big hopes and dreams. You're already on the path of these things, and the Aquarius is either trying to throw, I know this isn't, okay, so look at this card. See the narrow pathway? See that bridge, that tall, wrangly bridge? In my head, I'm getting the image of, this might be a little weird, but during high-speed chases, police throw down these mats that have spikes in them. And it's designed to stop a car from moving, right? It's going to wreck the tires. So I feel like that's what this person might have been doing, is trying to wreck your forward progress. And let me ask about, I'm going to ask about Aquarius right here, right now. Soulmates, sunglasses, addiction, Hand of Cards. Okay, So this is a great little deck here. It's called the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. I really like it. Very cute little deck, right? This person is a soulmate. All right. Could be a karmic soulmate. I feel like this person has been watching you. Now, this person, I'm even getting the feeling that this person might not even need to be alive. They could be someone who is in your life who passed away. They could be someone who has a spiritual connection with you that may not be in your life, in your physical presence. This could be an Aquarius from time past that is still watching you. Okay? Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Okay? This person's still watching you. Addiction. Codependency. All right, absolutely. And hand of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, or gambling. So a little bit of an addiction there. I feel like this person may be somebody that you're breaking away from, breaking free of. And I think you're going to have some help. So if you notice in this Hanged Man card, how he's in the net, obviously he's stuck in the net. And in the Strength card that's showing up next, this woman is freeing the whale from the net. So I do feel like you have, if you don't have people helping you who are incarnated right now, you have a lot of spiritual help getting away from this person. And it's almost like the Eight of Wands. It's like you're being released, right, from this karmic lesson or this karmic energy. Aquarian energy. The helper could be someone who's a Cancerian or a Sag. It doesn't matter. I mean, it might not matter. It might matter to you. It might matter to somebody that I just said that and they're like, oh yeah. But this is, the bigger thing here is the movement forward. The Six of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. It's like you're being let out of class early, like you're being released from detention. Even though you didn't do anything to get in detention, you might have gotten stuck in some kind of cosmic spiritual jail because of this person. When you were with this person, I feel like you were in the physical with this person. They did not want you to go. They did not want to release you or anything like that. So they have held on to you. They've really held on to you for a long time. And now you're being released for some reason. Eight of Wands. And you have a lot of defenders. Five of Wands. So if this person comes back around, now you may know this person in your physical life, or this may be somebody who is, well, you do know them, but this person may be holding you hostage energetically. All right. You might have had a relationship with this person. I have definitely seen Aries and Aquarius a lot recently. And this person is a karmic soulmate, to be sure. I want to clarify this goofy Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles down here, right? It's like, yeah, I'm learning a lesson. I'm learning a lesson to be a little more lighthearted. All right, I'm learning a lesson here. Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So I think for a while you might have thought that you were never going to get away from this situation. And it might have felt a little bit like a jail cell to you. But you have been released. You are being released. And it's like, why am I being released right now? Why is this happening? Why am I, why am I being set free? Why am I being set free of this karmic soulmate tie? Just one. Two of Pentacles. Why am I being set free? I feel like because you've chosen not to go back, or you've chosen not to be part of this anymore. Two of Pentacles is about, I'm kind of juggling two things. I'm wondering, you might have done that with this person. There might have been some kind of third party, or there might have been some kind of deal where you are juggling two kinds of life or two livelihoods or two lives, something that you've wanted to create, something that you have been, you had been creating with this person, decided to stop doing that. Okay, so there might have been, what's going on here? There might have been some kind of collaboration that you're just going to let go of. If this is a work partner, if this was a love partner, I think you might have been keeping your foot in it or allowing this person energetically to stay in your life. And it's just hamstringing you. It's time to really release and let go of this. And calling on your spirit guides, calling on helpers to help you do that. And now you're kind of moving in a new direction here. So this Aquarius, I feel like they're Aquarius. I feel like they're somebody who you might not know how much you were held captive by this person, energetically speaking. Okay. I also see Cancerian here. I also see Leo here. All right. So, and Sag. But whoever they were, you're finally being released from it. You're being let go of it. And I think this person is still watching you. Okay. I think energetically they're still watching you. And I do feel like they might step in if something new is coming your way. Something new is coming your way. Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands. A new love, a new partner, a new business, a new abundance is coming your way. And I feel like this person might try to step in and stop it. All right. So let's continue on. The Page of Cups can sometimes be an apology, and I think there might be a need for you to make things right energetically with them, not appealing to them, because I think they are super toxic. I don't think this is a good or kind person. I think this is someone who inherently wants to keep you trapped. All right, Aries. So let's see where we're going. I'm going to clarify the situation more and see what's next. All right. Link is below for you, Aries. I'll see you over there. All right, Taurus, what's going on with you, my darlings? Let's see what's happening for October. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These are general readings, so please feel free to swap around the energies or just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for yourself. That is you with your own intuition saying, hey, that reading is for me, or nope, that reading is not for me. If this is not for you, Taurus sun sign, check out your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, okay? All right, you got all 12 of them in this video, so let's see where Taurus is right now. What is happening for Taurus? Transformation, the opposite sign of Scorpio, all right? Little transformation, little dabble do ya. Grounding, that's your mantra. And vast vistas, expand your horizons. Taurus is under, I'm not going to say pressure. I was going to say pressure, but Taurus is under pressure because we are in the North Node in Taurus. And so that's asking for transformation, right? We are moving into eclipse season. That is about activation energy. That is about pushing you to decide what is meaningful to you and what is not meaningful to you. So you could find that you are having this transformation away from something solid or being sure of something into more of an exploration. This is a Sagittarian energy and this is a Scorpio energy. Okay, so you're being asked to embrace, if you have Sag and Scorpio in your chart, we all have everything, so you do. Take a look at your birth chart and see what house it's in, see what planets, if any, are in there. Whatever house it's in, that will tell you. Scorpio energy is about change. It's the opposite of your sign. Okay, so if you do have change coming, I feel like you're going to be able to navigate it quite well because of your Taurus capability, because of your ability to ground, your ability to sort of pull things into ship shape. Okay, you have this ability, and I'm going to change my deck here. Let's see. So let's see what's going on for Taurus. If you do have some change coming, it's outward change, it's expansion. It's not imploding, it's exploding, right? It's going out into the world, more travel or more getting out of the house, more seeing new people, expanding your horizons. And you have to keep a tether. And you know that. Taurus knows about keeping a tether to my home base or to my home group of people or something like that. Woo! Okay. We have Scorpio underneath. All right. 10 of Cups. Sun. Ace of Cups. Are you worried you're going from a great situation to a bad one? Because I'm wondering if it's the other way around. When you hear the word change, do you think, oh no? All right. Is that a possibility? There's 5 of Cups, Page of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. Somebody is really holding on to a situation that isn't all that great out of fear that the new thing will be worse. Okay. 10 of Wands, Magician. Oh, I like that. And the 5 of Wands. I feel like you're connected to a person who's kind of a pessimist. They could be a Leo, they could be a Gemini or a Scorpio or a Sag. All right. They are somebody who is, it's so weird to say this because Sagittarius is not usually like this. Gemini or Leo, not usually like this. Scorpio maybe, but a little bit of glass half empty here with this person. And I feel like they might be at the end of a cycle in their life. Okay. And they're trying to hold on to scraps. I feel like you're headed in a much better direction. Look at this. 10 of Cups, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups. So if you thought, oh, 10 of Cups, that means the end of a cycle. Well, that's true. But I do feel like you're moving in a direction where it is new and it's just possibility, but the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are expansive. The person you're dealing with here, I feel like they're trying to hold on to you. 5 of Cups, Page of Wands. There's loss. This person's already feeling a loss. The 10 of Cups, it's like, okay, it's already going away. And the 10 of Wands is burden, right? It's about overdoing, overworking, not overthinking. That's 10 of Swords. This person is holding on to you maybe because of children, because of family, all right? Because of this is how we've always done it, or something like that. I just feel like you are on the brink of some kind of real expansive energy. And I mean, this could be you getting a little scared by that, going back, trying to control it, trying to have this not be a game changer in your life. I don't want this to come through. I want it to be more manageable. I want something that if change has to come through, as long as I can direct how it comes through, I'm good. That's not how this is working. And I almost feel like it's not you. Like you might be excited for new horizons, vast vistas and things like that. But the people around you might be wondering how it impacts them. So somebody might be holding you back from your next iteration, your next horizon, because they're worried about themselves. And we all do this. Okay. So it doesn't mean they're evil or anything like that. It means, it's like a parent who's worried about their last child going off to college. And then what does that mean for me kind of thing. There's a little bit, it ain't healthy, because if it were healthy, the next thing that they would say is, but it's exactly what needs to happen. This person needs to go off and do this thing. I am 100% supportive of them. God bless, go with God, all that kind of stuff. But they are a little worried how it's impacting them. So this person may have a stripe of selfishness in them. And I think you're going to see it in that they might, be a little snippy with you, or they might be a little bit less excited for you or trying to be like, oh, well, you know, it gets really cold there in the wintertime. I don't know. You're used to Florida and you're not used to the Northeast, you know, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I'm just making that up. But like, I think that this person is trying to make you second guess the future. What is going on with this person? A little immature? Devil energy, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Two of Wands. I don't think they can get outside their box. I don't think that they can think about other people. I don't think that they can think about the possibilities. I don't think that they know how important it is to really be generous. Or I feel like this person wants to keep you with them because that makes them feel safe. And I feel like you gotta fly. There's something really beautiful showing up for you. And whoever is trying to keep you from that, I don't think that they'll succeed. But what might be transformative is that you recognize that they're doing some things to keep you back, to hold you back. Okay? Like I said, in the extended, I will look at Gemini, I will look at Scorpio, Leo, and Sag. All right, Capricorn, let's see where we go. All right, that is for you, Taurus. So just heads up, I think you are headed in a great direction. Don't let anybody hold you back. If you want to continue on and see where this goes, link is below. I'll see you over there. Okay, Gemini, welcome in. I hope you're doing really well today. Let's do a little reading for you about what's coming in for October. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. So FYI, let's see. Let's see. Gemini, please. Ascending the mountain. Fellow travelers. Absolutely. Fellow travelers and reaching your destination. Some of you have been working really hard on your own, and it's time to allow somebody to help. Okay, it's time to allow for a little help, and there's no shame in that. And I just feel like it's going to lighten the load quite a bit. And I feel like fellow travelers, like you're not going to feel alone anymore. And it's just going to make things so much nicer and lighter. So allow yourself the chance or the opportunity to really share. And, you know, sharing the burden as well as the wins, right? Sharing the difficulties as well as the good stuff. Like we need to have other people in our lives to carry the weight with us. All right. There might be something that you're doing that's really big. Okay. Underneath is the Chariot. I like this card. Look at how beautiful this is. This is a mermaid deck that I just received. All right, the Chariot coming in. Here's the Hermit. The World. So far, all major arcana cards. So this one is also a major arcana card. Death. There's definitely some endings here, and I think you see them coming. All right, I think you might, what I mean by that is a change of scenery. You might be leaving one project and going toward another one. You might be working with a Virgo or a Scorpio or a Cancerian. All right, Page of Pentacles. Look at that. Learning something new. Seven of Wands. The Star. Aquarian energy there. Beautiful. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Oh my goodness. And the Two of Wands. This reminds me, I don't know why, I'm just going to say this. It looks like we're going from the dark, all right, all due respect to the Hermit and Virgo, into popping up and there's a new day ahead, right? Like the Two of Wands, like I'm making the new choice. This reminds me of Shawshank, where the Shawshank Redemption, where he has painstakingly, and I say painstakingly because here we have all this Virgo energy, the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. We have all this Virgo energy about the details and about wax on, wax off, right? Day to day kind of thing. I like the Page of Pentacles here because there's like inspiration. There's like something new that I want to create, but I'm not sure what it is. And then we have the World. There's closure here. It does seem to, this is interesting, the Seven of Wands. And he's underwater here too, which is even more like the Shawshank. I know it's a mermaid deck, but I'm just saying to you. So the Seven of Wands is about standing up for ourselves. And when other people are against you, standing up for yourself really matters. This can be a sense of just moving out of where I've been. And I'm kind of standing up to myself saying, you know what? I don't want to grind away too much anymore. I want to learn something that's going to be easier and lighter and more transformational and hopeful. There's a healing energy here, a transformative healing energy that brings in a lot of new choices. Okay? Brings in a lot of new choices. I like that. We're not grinding away here. This earth energy is, we're moving now. We're definitely in Libra time and we're moving into Scorpio time. So I'm going to clarify a little bit. And the Chariot underneath is great because that does feel, that's fast movement. Okay, that's fast movement. Death is not fast. The Star is not fast. Two of Wands is not fast. But the transformation here, it almost feels faster to me with the Six of Swords down here. Like stuck energy, or that's one way of doing my life. And now I'm transforming it. I might be moving. I might be completely changing my daily routine or something like that. And boy, this is really bringing in a very healing transformation for me. All right, Gemini. So let's see about death. We'll clarify death here. King of Cups. Scorpio energy could be bringing in new love, a very high level love, a very really important relationship coming in, opening up to your feelings about things. The Two of Swords. I get the feeling you have to stand up for something. Okay, you finally are like, okay, I'm out of this, and I know that I'm going in a better direction for myself. I'm finally feeling like I can open up to love, or I can be excited about something new. And I feel like some of you might be dealing with people or yourself that is making you explain yourself or something like that. Like you can't just be like, okay, I'm just going to do this. You might have to explain it to certain people. Nine of Pentacles. I like this down here. This is about coming out the other end with a lot of self-confidence. It's like you're fighting for something now. All right. You're fighting for something that means something to you. It is a very important connection to you, high level feeling. You could be fighting for a relationship. You could be fighting to change a relationship. Like no more status quo. The Virgo energy is about routine, and we're going towards something that's not routine. We're going towards something that is transformational. Death is not routine. Even though death happens every day on this planet, for each one of us, it's a pretty rare occurrence that we have death in our lives, or we have transformational big, we're talking big, right? Big transformational events, big situations that, like when your mother passes away, or when you let go of a whole career, like big transformational. That's why I feel like you need the fellow travelers. I feel like it's important to have people who are supportive, not people who make you explain yourself. Okay? And I think because you're going into this new area or this new kind of phase of your life, there is a group of a new soulmate contract or a new soulmate structure that you're finding your way into. So I don't know if you are interested in soulmate contracts or anything along those lines, I'm sure we talk a lot about that on this on this channel. And I just feel like the lesson of the old relationships has been learned. Gemini, it has been learned. There's no reason to go back and keep doing this over and over again. There's a lot of routine. There's whatever you have in your life that feels like a rut, feels routine. Okay, you are transforming into something new. And there are some people who are going to want to hold you back. There are some people who are going to want to make you explain yourself as to why you're doing what you're doing. But I feel like the new thing comes through so beautifully, like such a, it's so you, right? It's such a high level of you. Other people may not be used to that high level of you and may not want that. So there's going to need to be some self-confidence, the Nine of Pentacles, that when you make these new decisions, you're doing it for your own path. You're doing it for your own healing or whatever. And there's other people who aren't going to understand. I used to do video marketing, and I worked in television for a long time. And so video for me is kind of a second nature thing. It's just been part of my life, my entire life. And I was doing this work and, helping people be on camera and learning how to do that and learning how to be engaging on camera. And I recognized about halfway into this with any particular person that if they ever said to me, I'm afraid to show my face on camera, I don't know what I'm going to say, I'm afraid to look a fool. If they said anything along those lines, I would just be like, okay, hands off, because they're not ready. And this is what this feels like to me. Like at one point, you may not have been ready for this new change. And the people in your life may not be ready for you to change. But what I was going to say about the video marketing thing is I learned that convincing people is a fool's errand. People can want to be convinced of a thing or this thing or that thing or whatever, but they have to be open to it. And if you're going around, if you feel like your life is like Sisyphus, like rolling a ball up the hill and it comes down and you have to do it again the next day, and you're trying to convince people and all this kind of stuff, that's their problem. I don't feel like you have to convince anyone. And I always felt like it was a foolish thing to do, because all you do when you try to convince someone is they fight back and they hold on tighter to the thing that they're trying to not be convinced of. Okay. So more than convincing, I feel like this is about experiencing. I feel like this is a little bit about leadership by your, what is it? About lead by example kind of a thing. Lead by doing, right? By being in this new space of joy and not trying to convince someone to drag them over with you, or not trying to convince people around you that you're doing the right thing. I think that's a useless errand for you right now. So let's keep going. I will look at Cancer and Virgo and Scorpio and Aquarius. Yeah. Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Take a look at those in the extended. If you want to come along with me, Gemini, and see where you go, link is below. See you over there. All right, Cancerians, welcome into October. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see where we go for Cancerians. What is going to be happening in October? Messages that want to come through for my Cancer folks. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. So let's see where we go. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. Wanted, universe creators. Your 111-year-old self. Now that is the Hermit. That is wisdom. And some of you are really starting to open up to channeling, open up to being a conduit of angelic presence, despite a lot of storms. All right. You might have had a lot of storms, but you've become wiser because of them. So please don't begrudge, or please don't be in that energy of regret or anger about past storms that you have weathered, because I feel like this makes you a very, very strong shaman or healer, and you'll see that in time. You'll see that in time. But right now you might need someone guiding you. You might need a teacher. All right. And the teacher is yourself. When you listen to these readings and something resonates for you, that's your inner teacher, right? I'm channeling the information that's coming through, and you are the receiver. So whatever resonates for you that comes from these readings is your wisdom telling you, yes, that's for me. Okay. And I think you need to know that right now. The Sun, for some reason, Sun and the Ace of Cups, and this is 3 of Pentacles. So a new opportunity for happiness and expansion. There is some kind of collaboration that's necessary. You might be shining your light, and your person sees that. 3 of Swords. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. 3 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Well, that's a nice progression. We're going from this hurt energy. It's like you're planting the seed based on the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. You're planting a new seed. Like, some of you might really be moving on from a third party. Okay. 5 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Look at the aces here. Queen of Cups, 3 of Cups, another 3, Queen of Pentacles, 3. We have all 4 threes. There's definitely, so third party energy doesn't necessarily mean a cheating scenario. It's likely that there were other people involved in your person's life and in your life, and both of them are gone now. There's no more third party at all. The 3 of Cups says to me that there's a celebration, that third party energy has been removed. Okay. And now we have all these aces. So we're getting right now, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, an opportunity for happiness, a real opportunity for happiness here. This person can be an earth sign or a Leo. All right. And I feel like you know it's coming. You know it's on its way. This is your 111-year-old self shining the light for this person to come. Your spirit connection is the one shining the light. You as a physical 3D person may not be shining, may feel like you're not shining a light, may feel like, oh, the third parties from the past really have done me in. I really can't do this again. I can't be involved in a love relationship again. Some of you are leaving behind really tough relationships. Some of you might be getting divorced. Some of you might have had a marriage where there was cheating, where there was that. Some of you might have been married to an alcoholic, or might have been in a commitment with a toxic individual that really drained your heart. And I feel like that's over. That person is gone. All right. That person or that experience has left. This is a brand new day. Okay. And so we have the Ace of Cups to the 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. The one that's missing is the Ace of Swords. And that can be the truth about the past. All right. The truth about why these third parties showed up in your life. It's like the key to your growth is the Ace of Swords, is seeing not just blaming somebody. Okay. I mean, they may deserve it. They may deserve blame. Don't get me wrong, but that's not all that's there. There's more truth. When the Ace of Swords, when the fourth ace doesn't show up, the fourth ace is the one that's really the key. Okay. And I think you haven't seen the truth yet about why these situations in the past even showed up. But here's the thing. That's the thing to focus on for a minute here is closure, release. This eclipse season may give you a chance to really release any kind of third-party energy in the past. And clean slate. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Now, this person is somebody that you can build and grow with, somebody that you can have happiness with and joy, somebody who you can be yourself with. Queen of Cups, there you are. Someone that is fun and interesting, and actually someone that you can expand your financial capabilities with, your financial success with. Lots of really good things. You are aware of this. You are waiting for this person to show up. You know they're on the horizon. Your subconscious knows if you don't know. Okay? So I'm going to continue on. I'll look at the earth signs and I'll look at Leo and we'll see where we go with this, Cancer. Okay? Link is below for you. I'll see you over there. It's Leo time, babies. Let's see what's going on for you for October. This is Leo's reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for my Leos? What is happening for you? Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross-watcher, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, please. Ancestor. All right. I did an ancestor reading this week. You might want to check that out. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Interesting. And the universe. Yeah, big information coming through here. It's almost like you need to polish your mirror. So it's almost like you need to expect the unexpected, expect someone to show up unexpectedly. Ancestors are trying to come in and give you a message. Let's go right there. Ancestors, what are you saying, please? Just one. Wow. 10 of Cups. Okay, so the ancestors are saying to you, there is a love for you. Some of you may feel like there's nobody for you, like you never have really found the love of your life. This is just for some Leos, that you're kind of tired of that. You're wanting a spiritual connection. You're wanting someone who really reflects you. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. You could be attracting in, up until now, you could be attracting in people who are mirrors for you. Your twin flame experience could be a really mirroring experience, meaning you see yourself in the other person, or this person triggers a lot of stuff in you that are shadow aspects of you. And I'm getting the sense of like, you know, what's ahead is something that's much, it's not that it doesn't have aspects to it, but it's like, I really want someone like this. And there's a perfect person that matches that. Okay, I'm definitely feeling that. 9 of Swords underneath. Look at this. 9 of Cups and the Fool. So you have definitely been way up and way down, okay, as it relates to love relationships. You've had some great ones and you've had some real disasters. So it's almost like, dare I wish for, dare I hope for something that is really a powerful, high vibe love? Dare I ask for that? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. So Moon, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. My goodness. 9 of Wands, 9s and 10s here. Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, 9 of Pentacles. Look at all these 9s and 10s. 5 of Cups as the transition card for this reading. I feel like you might have a overly romantic view of love. Okay, you might feel that the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, that love is either the best thing in the whole wide world or it's absolute shit. Okay, Leo, and I just feel like you are putting things in two camps. So your patterns of love, I think, are being cleared. If you've had codependency in love, if you have had your family's belief systems really, really driving what love is for you and you haven't made up your own understanding or you haven't accessed your own wisdom about love, I feel like the ancestors are here to show you what true love really is. And we're done with this cycle. We've got a lot of tens, nines and tens, nine of swords, nine of cups, nine of wands, and nine of pentacles. You have all the nines and several of the tens, three of the four tens. We are on a new path here, Leo, on a new cycle. It's not going to be this new relationship or this new experience that you are going toward is going to be something brand new for you, something inspiring for you, something that's a real learning capability, real learning opportunity. And I think you need to release Hanged Man and the Five of Cups. You need to release the past hurts. You cannot go into this new situation with any of that, okay? With any of this foreknowledge. You have to look at things differently. And it is going to be about some self-confidence because this is a new territory. This is some new opportunity here. And it's almost like you have to be a little bit of a warrior. That the Knight of Wands, this person that's coming in might be a younger person, okay? They might be someone who is a fire sign. I'm seeing fire signs, right? Fire signs and Gemini, okay? Leo, so it could be another fire sign. I think this person is somebody you can really learn from, someone who's also had a lot of experiences. Why is the Five of Cups here? Page of Wands. So Page's energy. Look at this, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, beautiful energy, Six of Swords. It's almost like you've come to the end of a cycle here and there's nothing more to learn from it. Okay? The ancestors are saying, "Hey, it's time to do something new." The universe is a 1 card. You see that? There's a 1 card. The ancestor is a 6 card like the Lovers. It's really time to move on from this old way of doing love where it's shit or it's awesome, but there's nothing in between. I just feel like there's nothing more to learn from these past relationships. You have learned what you needed to learn. And it's time to move on. It's time to be a student. So you might even have been, because you're in this 9 and 10 thing, you might have even been a teacher of relationships or of love to other people. You might have been somebody who's stepping into being this shamanic guide to the ancestors. And the message comes through, hey, it's time for you to be the student again. It's time for you to learn something new. All right. And in order to do that, we have new love coming in. You cannot learn it from someone from the past. That's gone. Everything you've learned, good job. Hold on to those notebooks, hold on to those journals, because you must release people from the past. If you're hoping that someone comes back from the past, it might be a sad thing for you to be like, okay, you know what? I really have to move forward. I really and truly do. I cannot go back, or I cannot be in those types of relationships anymore. I'm going to use this little love clarification thing. It's a deck. Coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation. All right. So that's what this 5 of Cups is. Engagement ring. You're going towards something that we'll explore this in the extended. This is the 6 of Swords. So you're going toward it rather quickly. Once you become the student, once you offload this person or these people, you might have 2 or 3 people in your life that you're hoping come back. They are not coming back. That's not what this is about. Watching, looking, stalking. You might have been hoping and looking and watching somebody's Facebook page or something like that. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. This is the new. This is the new. So stop stalking these people from the past. Stop stalking, okay? And get moving forward. Get moving forward. We'll explore this in detail in the extended. I will look at other fire signs and Gemini. I always see Pisces here too. Okay, it could be that Pisces energy. All right, link is below if you want to continue on with me, Leo. I will see you over there. All right, my darlings, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Let's see what's happening with you. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for my Virgos in October? Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. All right, deep breath, everybody. Deep breath. All right, I'm getting this feeling of searching for your keys or something. There's like this sense of I'm searching for something, but I don't even really know where to start, okay? Your great wave awaits. There are no wrong turns. I like it. And you are perfectly imperfect. This is what we're talking about. So I feel like some of you are looking for the answers, and what's stopping you, perfectionism a little bit is stopping you, because there is absolute proof or validation from the universe saying, hey, listen, you're not going to make a mistake. All right. So it really is time to move forward, because man, you have something really good coming in. It's time to step into your power. It's time to step into perfectly imperfect power. Okay. You don't need to be perfect or even all that accomplished to get what's coming in. What's coming in is success for you, love for you, something along those lines. And the perfectionism is killing it. All right. It's keeping you small. And you have a great wave coming. And we know what we know about waves is water waits for no man. Okay. So it's kind of like, hurry up and turn around. The wave is coming. Like, hurry up. Okay. I know you don't have the perfect bathing suit on, but come on now. Let's get cracking, McCracken. All right. 9 of Cups underneath. Yes. Get cracking, McCracken, right? Ace of Swords. The Justice card showing up here. Libra showing up. 8 of Pentacles. Temperance, the Sag energy. 8 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Virgo energy. The Lovers. You're the Virgo energy. Queen of Cups. 2 of Swords. And the King of Wands. So it does feel to me a little bit like some of you are searching for what you want. It's like you don't know what you don't know, right? So have you ever done that that exercise where I know what I know, and I know what I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know, right? Like this kind of like square of how we're figuring something out. I think there's something here that you don't know, and you haven't, you know it's around you, but you don't know how to put your hands on it. Okay. I know that seems very esoteric, but I feel this has to do with the next level of your life. The next chapter here is really trying to open up to you. And I don't think you're totally prepared for it, but you also don't know what's missing. And that's a kind of a weird place to be, because you're like, all right, I'm working it. I'm trying to figure it out, right? I'm just trying to remain balanced. I'm speaking my truth and all of this. What I said before I pulled that Ace of Swords is definitely right, whatever I just said. I just don't think you can put your finger on what's missing. Look at all the blindfolds here, right in the middle. This is the now column, the past and the future. The now column, all these 3 cards have blindfolds. So there's some important sense of yours, sight, right? You can't see it. You can't see it coming. It's not tangible to you. So you're still not believing it. Still not believing it. And this might have to do with love, because we're talking about justice, and Libra is the patron saint of relationships. Kinda. I mean, it's about a legal contract. It's about a commitment that one makes. And, some of you might have or perceive that you have everything you need, but there's still an important element of your life that's missing. and you can't quite put your finger on it. It has to do with love. It has to do with the right partner. It has to do with being in a balanced relationship that's growing, that feels like it's founded on something real, founded on some kind of feeling that's real. And, it seems to me that this is requiring some divine intervention. You don't know what you don't know. And all you know is, I'm not quite with my person, obviously, or I'm not quite in the place I need to be. I don't know what's missing. I'm kind of searching around for the missing element. Queen of Cups here is quite a bit of, in this deck, this is a healing of an inner child kind of energy, right? And some of you may feel like, I'm not interested in a commitment because in the past it's been a legal battle. There's been a legal battle or a problem there. And it just seems to me that if you knew who was coming in, you would be like, okay, I'm in. I'm ready for this. This is perfect for me. This is a great situation for me. But since you don't know, you don't see it coming, all right? No seeing it coming. You have your back turned even as you're doing your work. You don't see this person approaching. The archangel, this is Archangel Michael in both of these pictures, has to really bring you in. And I think this is Archangel Gabriel in the Lovers. Has to bring you in, has to get you to go, because you don't really know which way to turn. You're not sure about where your partner is. You may not even understand who the partner is, but you will know them when you see them. You will know them when you see them. So let me clarify a little bit about all of these blindfolds. Some of these could be, Six of Pentacles jumped out. Some of these could be, okay, hold on. I was going to say some of these could be about not having a good idea, because these are all ideas. The swords are all ideas. I feel like you might need some help from somebody to get grounded enough to have this relationship. The Eight of Pentacles showing up, King of Pentacles showing up. I feel like you might need some help, okay, to, instead of being in this super romantic cups and air energy here, we're really trying to ground it now. And I like this Eight of Pentacles here, that you're actively working to ground something. You're working with your guides to bring in the right partner. Okay. And I feel like this makes me happy too, because this is like, Queen of Swords is like, you know what? I see there's potential for loss. I see that this is my kind of immature way of dealing with relationships, that it must be whatever element you've left behind in these relationships. Maybe they've been too indulgent. Maybe it's been too focused on sex and passion and not enough on how can we build a life together. Maybe that's what needs to really be enacted here. And I do feel like you have a Gemini or a fire sign coming in, Sag, and then Libra I'm seeing. You do have somebody coming in who fulfills all of your expectations. Some of you might have just been working yourself into a frazzle. Too much work. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Okay? There is some kind of angelic interference, because when you don't know what you don't know, how do you resolve that? I don't know. So how can I, if I'm not seeing that there's any kind of problem, then why would I solve something, right? Like, and I think the universe is like, okay, but we see the problem. We see that the connection needs to be made here. So we damn well better get our act together and get you together. Now, I think that there's an intervening event that might have to do with work, or might have to do with how you spend your time. Your time, you might be shifting how you spend your time into something else. And that's how this person comes across your plate, comes across your transom there, comes across your path. plate. I mean, this could have something to do with food, or for some of you, this might show up at a party or an event where there's a lot of food. This person could be a foodie. I'm getting food, all right? I'm getting a lot of that. And this person could be somebody who really loves food. It's their work. It's the thing that they want most in life. It's sustenance, right? Food keeps us going. And I feel like it's almost like there's a connection between the two of you, that like love is keeping us going. Love is our sustenance. Love is our food. Something like that, okay? Virgo, that's a very pentacly way of talking about a day-to-day routine event. Eating, having food is a day-to-day routine event. We want to bring this relationship into something that has a day-to-day experience, okay? So Virgo, I'm going to keep going here. I am going to look at Libra and Sag and Gemini. Libra and Sag and Gemini. Libra and Sag and Gemini. Yeah, okay, I'll look at those. That might be the sign of the person, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus that we're talking about, okay? All right, link is below for you, Virgos. I'll see you on the other side. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.